Welcome to English with Hassane 1 and 2, where learning English is easy, fun, and actually makes sense. We break down grammar, teach you useful phrases, and with over 1,000 videos, there's always something new to learn. Whether it's for school, work, travel, or just for fun, you're in the right place. New lessons every week, if not every day, so hit subscribe and join the community. Let's learn, laugh, and grow together, one English lesson at a time.
So now we are going to ask question, and in the answer we are going to answer with adverbs of frequency. For example, the first question is, how often do you watch TV? So TV in general. So I always watch Al Jazeera TV. So always is between I and watch. So I is the subject and watch is the verb. So I always watch Al Jazeera TV. The second example, I every day watch BBC TV. So always and every day, they mean the same thing, but we use always most often. So we don't use every day. So we use just always. I always watch Al Jazeera. I always watch BBC. I usually watch CNN. CNN. How often do you watch TV? I often. So if you say I often, it's correct, but I prefer I often watch France 24. I sometimes watch English movies on TV. I rarely watch football on TV. I never watch stupid programs on TV. Let's go to the next slide. How often does he watch TV? He always watches CNN. Hassane every day watches BBC. Silas usually watches Fox News. Let's go to the next slide. How often does he watch TV? David often watches tennis on TV. Chris sometimes watches the news on TV, or the news TV. Both correct. Robert rarely watches documentaries on TV. Jim never watches TV. Let's see more examples. How often does she watch TV? She always watches TV. She watches Korean series on TV. So there is a mistake here. So she always watches Korean series on TV. And Hasna every day watches, another mistake. Hasna every day watches Mexican series on TV. Sumaya usually watches Turkish series. Dora often watches cartoon movies. Let's go to the next slide. How often does she watch TV? Christina sometimes watches TV. Reem rarely watches TV. Julia never watches TV. How often do you listen to English songs? I always listen to Bryan Adams songs. So this singer is a good singer, so try to listen to his songs. So all the singers I'm going to state in this lesson, try to listen to them. They are very good singers. I always listen to Bryan Adams songs. I every day listen to Celine Dion's songs. I usually listen to Dolly Parton's songs. I often listen to Kenny Rogers' songs. Let's continue. How often do you listen to English songs? I sometimes listen to, okay, there is two missing. I sometimes listen to Cat Stevens' songs. I rarely listen to Lady Gaga's songs. I never listen to bad songs. Let's continue. How often does he listen to English songs? Tim rarely listens to English songs. Leonardo often listens to French songs. He always listens to German songs. Leo usually listens to Italian songs. Let's go to the next slide. How often does he listen to English songs? Peter never listens to Chinese songs. James every day listens to Japanese songs. Tom sometimes listens to Arabic songs. How often does she listen to English songs? Tony sometimes listens to dance songs. Petra never listens to rock songs. Ali rarely listens to pop songs. Let's go to the next slide. How often does she listen to English songs? She always listens to slow songs. Layla usually listens to dream songs. Sarah every day listens to nature songs. Huda often listens to hard songs. She usually drinks milk in the afternoon. Sophia rarely eats Chinese food. Richard never drinks wine or beer. I always read English in the morning. Let's continue. He every day cooks his food. Farid often goes walking. They sometimes read the newspaper in the evening. He sometimes plays football with his friends. I rarely eat spicy food. Adam never goes dancing. She always cleans the house in the evening. They every day go swimming in the club. We usually study English in the afternoon. Fauzi often goes fishing at night. Noor never plays the guitar. They usually have lunch at 3 p.m. I always listen to my parents. He every day does his homework. We rarely rent a car. You sometimes play tennis. I often go fishing in the river.